Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Now today we are going to talk about Moonriver 2 DAC. It's a small dongle DAC coming from Moondrop. Most of you are probably familiar with Moondrop through their really good in-ear models. And because those never failed to impress me, I was interested to find out what Moondrop can do in their effort to make an entry into a DAC market, especially because DAC market, as you know, is really crowded, and it's not just crowded, it's crowded with great DACs too. To cut story short, this one is really one of the gems on the market currently. And basically the only thing that let me down with this product was its USB cable that came, it was just dead on arrival. It would power the DAC, but it would not connect to my phone. Fortunately, it was just a cable. DAC itself works just fine, and it's really not something that I'm going to hold against Moondrop, because things like this simply happen from time to time. It's just the way it is. But the DAC itself, well, this is a really good one, and if you are looking for a portable DAC of a really good sound at a decent price, stay with me and watch this review because you have something interesting to see. So first, connectivity-wise, we have one USB-C input, that's basically it. You can connect this to your phone, a tablet or a PC, whichever you like. And on the output side of things, there's two outputs, one common 3.5 millimeters, that's single-ended output, and one balanced 4.4 millimeters Pentacon. And as usual with these DACs, Pentacon actually offers more power and more drive for headphones compared to single-ended one. Of course, I tested both of these. But just before that, I wanted to mention that Moonriver 2 is based around Cirrus Logic CS DAC chip, I believe, and it uses two of them, so it's a truly balanced design. I'll put that on the screen because I really cannot remember all of the DAC chip models, and I don't need to. Chip itself doesn't mean much, at least in my experience, which is not small at this point, because implementation of that chip means more, and it can alter sound quality and sound fidelity and overall tonality quite a bit. Just one last thing to mention is that Moonriver 2 is not battery powered, so it connects to your phone or any other device you use to feed it with a signal. It also gets power from that device, meaning that it will drain your phone battery a little bit. But on a positive note, it's really small, and it has this weird kind of design. I don't know what is it inspired by, but it looks like it's something that Tom Cruise would carry around in a movie, and I don't know what is it inside, but it's crucial for saving the world. And that's the matter of taste, of course, but now I'm going to move to the most important thing, and that's sound fidelity. So I really tried to be concise and to the point here, because I reviewed so many DACs and also so many portable DACs lately that I've just got tired of repeating that it has well-balanced neutral sound with, you know, grippy, quick bass line and rich mid-range and detailed highs. All of that is true for this DAC, costing $179, because it is a really good DAC. And listening to it in isolation, I've just noticed this sounds damn good. It has everything in right amounts. It sounds quite dynamic and punchy. Nothing is actually lacking, and that led me to immediately comparing it to other DACs that I've already reviewed and that you already know, if you follow my channel, that is. So the first one, I've started with something that's closely matched with price, slightly cheaper. It's Audirect Beam 3 Pro at $150. It's also powered from a device, it does not have a battery. It's like this. if you use single-ended output on Moonriver here, the difference is not big, but Moonriver does sound a little bit fuller, just a little bit punchier, and slightly more resolving with slightly better layering. They're really close, generally speaking, so it's not too big of a difference. But if you have that $30 extra, if it's not a problem for you to spend it, I do think Moonriver 2 sounds a little bit better. But things completely change when you actually go to balanced output. It's again another step up in sound quality, and in that case it just decimates this Beam 3 Pro. But I'll get to that a little bit later in another comparison. Before that, let's move to Khadas Tea, which is a really nice sounding DAC. It basically has everything. It has enough of clarity, enough of weight, it separates nice, it layers nicely, and it's just beautifully looking. It's finished. Oh, I love this one. This one is $199, which is slightly more expensive than Moonriver 2, and Tea has only single-ended output. So if you compare it to the single-ended output on Moonriver 2, it's a close fight, really. I would say, I'll just quickly explain these small differences. Tea here has slightly more bassy sound. It's not that the bass is digging deeper, but it's actually, it has more volume. It's warmer. It's just, it feels like there's more bass in terms of quantity. It's not deeper, it's not really punchier, but you get a little bit more bass compared to Moonriver 2. Mid-range is really crisp and clear on both, and Moonriver 2 maybe have slightly more forward that true mid-range. Things where vocals are and strings and a lot of instruments, really. That sounds maybe just a little bit more forward and more present with Moonriver 2, while highs are just a touch cleaner and crisper with Tea. So basically it's very similar sound fidelity again in isolation, and maybe if you listen to these two a few days apart and you didn't pay much attention, you probably wouldn't even realize, you wouldn't notice that DACs changed. They're so similar, just slight tonal differences that I've just explained. But again, if you move to balanced output on Moonriver 2, it goes up a notch and it just beats Khadas Tea to my ears and in my opinion. But again, I leave that for the next comparison. And that comparison is with a really good EarMen Colibri, which goes for $333. It's quite a bit bigger and chunkier because it comes with battery integrated, meaning that it's not going to drain your phone. The same is true, by the way, for Khadas Tea, but you have to charge it and it is bigger. And these two are much more alike than they are different. If you use their single-ended outputs, they sound almost exactly the same. It's a good sound, it's a rich sound, it's the sound that's basically on level with Khadas Tea and slightly better than Beam 3 Pro. And if you move to balanced outputs, both of these have significant hike in just how soundstage expands, and layering becomes slightly better, everything is separated a little bit more clearly, with more air, just more empty space around instruments, and slightly more dynamics, a little bit livelier sound. And the same is true for both. And just, I don't know, 2 weeks ago I reviewed Colibri and I really liked how it sounds. And now the exact same is true for Moonriver 2. Basically, I don't want to drag this review longer than I have to. If you want to, you can just go and watch Colibri review, and basically everything that I've said about its sound stands for Moonriver 2 here. Really well balanced. Both of these have quite a bit of fullness to the sound and rich mid-range, detailed sound, spacious sound. But the difference is that battery and price. And I leave that to you to figure out which one is better and better suited for you, your budget and your needs. Yeah, one difference is that Colibri has a bass boost button that quickly, with one press, boosts the bass a little bit. In that case, it does become bassier. But I suppose you can also do that one in EQ. I like the bass button. It's a really neat function. It's useful in some occasions. But Moonriver 2 is a small and simple product that's priced really, really well when you take into account performance it is capable of putting out. And the only thing I can say about it is, Moondrop, you impressed me again. You not only produce really good in-ears, but now you produced an outstanding portable DAC that has like insanely good performance to price ratio. Yeah, that would be it. I really tried this time to make slightly shorter review, but still give you all the information and all of the comparisons that are relevant for your decision and for you to get the gist how this device actually sounds. And if you have any opinions on this video or your own impressions about this great little device, feel free to leave them down below in comment section. And please do like, share this video, subscribe, consider becoming a patron. That really helps this channel grow and become stronger and better. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.